Will your training survive the courtroom? Hi, Stan Walters back with you again, Inside the Interview Room, episode 27. So I promised you last week that we were going to talk about lesson plans and some problems, and I got to thinking, so I went online and I searched interview and interrogation training programs. Just basic term. And I pulled 6 without looking. I just said, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've just picked 6 different training courses on interview interrogation with different levels of experience and so forth. I want to share with you what I found about some of the lesson plans and course descriptions in these 6 different. I don't know whether it's representative or not. I just picked 6. Otherwise, we'd be here all day long, right? So I picked 6 of them, and here's some of the training about interview and interrogation. Here's one that teaches handwriting analysis. Okay, actually the way that you write can be determined to be signs of deception. It professes to define deception in handwriting. There's no science to that, not a bit that supports it. Among the other things, all the body language cues, eye contact, arm crossing, fidgeting, squirming, crossing arms and legs, the eyes, whether they make eye contact or not, all taught in this course when there is no scientific support for any of this. Okay? There's also taught that statement analysis to evaluate written statements whether deception or not. That's also not supported by any science. Now, some of these courses I found were taught anywhere from the basic local police department all the way up to the federal level. Here's one, well-known ways to spot deception through verbal and nonverbal observations, which, folks, that's more than 60 years old. 60 years old research that's proven that doesn't fit. Here's another one, teaching behavioral analysis, right? Listen to this one, okay? Focus on involuntary eye movement. So whether this one is whether you look left or right or up and so forth. That's a sign of deception. And also to watch hand movements, leg movements, and body postures as signs of deception. Okay? Here's one. Teaching proven interrogation methods from decades of experience. We're going to talk about experience in just a minute. But one of the things they talk about, behavioral analysis, body language, verbal cues, eye contact, arm crossing. Does this sound familiar? Sound like everybody's working under the same one, right? Okay, here's one. The concept of detecting deception, body language cues, and this is one also looking up to the right or left, you're lying or telling the truth, and how to judge that. That one's been around for a long time. Here's a course, day 2. Nonverbal behaviors, body language cues, eye contact. These are different courses, folks. I'm not reading the same one, or signs of deception. So, I thought, and you heard me fuss about this stuff. Experience is not the same as expertise. You got to get over that. Experience, 30 years of experience is an expertise. Experts keep up with their field and constantly testing and reviewing and studying the most recent research. This is not expertise. That's just been around and it sticks. So for the heck of it, I searched for some papers, okay, scientific papers on deception. I just pulled one out of my group. I have over 1,000 of these, right? And this is 3 authors, extremely well known in the field, and it's about deception behaviors, okay? This was authored in 2022. It's just one I picked off the top. And it debunked every single one of these things we just talked about. Eye movement, eye contact, arm crossing, leg crossing, fidgeting, handwriting analysis, measuring deception with voice machines, involuntary movements or eye movements. All of that in this study, in a scientific peer-reviewed journal article, has been debunked. Now, part of the science is scientific support, right? So they did their study. It's published in a peer-reviewed scientific paper. Okay? In the back, the bibliography, there are 76 different scientific studies that they cite to support what is in their research. None are in here, and they can't support it. So I go back to my original question. Will your training survive in a courtroom? If it will not survive in a courtroom, it should not be taught in the classroom. I was looking the other day, there are more and more false confession cases coming up. 30, 50, $75 million losses. And at the center of all these, were this getting on stand and showing these tactics and methods are invalid. Be sure to push the subscribe button. And if you got questions about, hey, what about the course I'm taking, or what do you teach, saying, drop me a note and we'll talk about it. I'll get you my bibliography if you want and send it to you. It's enormous, but I'll get it to you. Because we got to remember, what happens in the interview room echoes in the courtroom. And then you're going to have to defend this. See you again next week. Be safe.